A year ago at about this time, I posted quite a few videos about this furnace. I referred to it as the best furnace ever. Well, I still agree, but I think now I'm going to make the best furnace ever better. I'm going to start that process right now. If I can get this cat off my lap, I want you to see the way it is now. Get cat. I put, in order to get as much thermal mass as I could find, I used cast iron cookware and cast iron of all kinds that I could find. Some I even filled with water, like that, and like that, and like this. Well, I'm going to take that stuff off, and I'm going to replace it with those radiator segments that I've now cleaned. I don't know how I can get that many around it, but I'm going to try. And they'll work better as thermal mass. So I'm going to take that stuff off. Oh, and up on top, I had put that sort of sealing on it to keep the heat from going right straight up the vent. And not all over it, but in many places I put tiles and bricks as thermal mass. They're going to stay like they are. That triptych, I think, I don't know what that's called, that thing for holding a kettle on a rounded surface or rough surface. I'll maybe take that all out, maybe not. And I intend to put a piece of probably aluminum in that square framed area, and one over here as well, to attempt to keep the heat down as long as I can. So I'm going to get to work. Well, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I have really stripped him down. I'm going to give him a name. He doesn't have a name. I just call him the best furnace ever. But his name, I realize, is right on the door. His first name is Sears, and his second name is Homart. So, I don't know. It's going to be, I'll probably call him Homart. I like Homart. Anyway, now I'm ready to start to reclothe the naked Homart. But let me show you the clothing that I took off, the thermal mass. Well, here's where I took it off from that bench, and I had a bunch of it there, and had a bunch of it there, a bunch of it there, and a bunch of it there. And here's what it was. It's basically my collection of cast iron cookware. See anything you need? Now, I'm imagining that Joyce will see this. I'm pretty sure she will. And I think she may very well recognize that, complete with the chimney. I'm sure she will. She spent a lot of time with those in Brazil. I think I'm going to probably put them back, sort of, most of them, because I have no better place to store them for the moment, this stuff. But soon it's going to go out to Frank's Hall, where I'm going to build a bigger furnace, bigger even than Homart, and complete with even more masonry, thermal mass, and there I can store my cookware. All right, I'm gonna, and the clothing, right there it is. I'm gonna add all of that I can, hopefully all of it, to wrap Homart in thermal mass. Well, that was easy. Those 4 pieces practically begged to be put there. Nice and symmetrical. Now, to go on. Those 9 were not so sure. That's awful steep, they thought. 4 there, I'm sorry, and 5 over here. a little bit steep. They might fall, break, kill a cat, make a lot of noise. But I've got a way to make them feel better. I'll show you real soon. The reason I only have 4 on this side is because I was not thinking far enough ahead, and I let that brick stand out. I might try bumping it in, but first I got to make these more secure. That'll be the last thing I do. Well, that's the way it looks now. I got to think about this a little bit. I like it. I mean, I think it's a vast improvement. And, well, not that it needed it. But I think I can still make it a little bit better. What I've figured out from this is that I used all of those radiator segments. I used them all. And so this bench that I cleared off, I can put my collection of cast iron cookware back on there, you know, clean it up a little bit. And this, I don't know what to call that I have hanging across the top, that's in order to hang anything that's easy to hang that's cast iron, like all of those frying pans and things like that. I'll cover that wall. Why the curtain is here, this is felt. I wouldn't put anything flammable that close to the furnace. It's felt, it's wool. But in the summer, I'd probably do well to raise it because the wall behind there is under grade. And so it's basically 55 degrees year round. And that cools the basement off. All right, to be continued. Bye for now.